technological and cultural advances, but for everything going on in this city, the hub is bathed in burnt orange, and it is DKR and the Texas Longhorns. The Longhorns will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cougars' offense will come out first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Hand off from the shotgun. Fights off a defender. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job, nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick the field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Bulldozes his way through. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. They'll run the option. And now in the pinch, the ball's loose. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He slides that just inside the right upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So the Texas Longhorns offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, man. I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they
brings him to the open. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
That's a really nice-looking catch, you know, and it's shocking when you think about Texas Longhorn football. Not a lot of names jump out at you when you think about great wide receivers here, right? Yeah, Roy Williams, Jordan Shipley, not too many. This guy, though, I think has a chance to be special. This guy could go down in Texas history as one of the all-time greats.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's McDaniel. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Just keeps slinging it. Makes the grab. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Leaves it with the running back. They'll stop him right there, but it is enough for a Houston first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
They'll ride the hot hand. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. There he goes. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Cougars are marching down the field. To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Slips one guy, now he's loose. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what to catch it, big fella.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Takes a handoff. It's Brock. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll give them an early 6-0 lead.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50+, and he did it with ease.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. He leaves it with his back. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Right back to the well. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's McDaniel. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough for the first. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Sets up the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. They think they can create space here with the run to the right.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's caught downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. 4th and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. Listen to this noise. You can't hear yourself think as this defense has them pinned deep in their own end.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Looking to throw for it. On the move, he fires. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. Houston will be forced to punt. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Touchdown, return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Complete to the left. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's going to take off. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
He unleashes a long one. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brock. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And here comes the punt team. The last time they punted, it went back for 6. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. From the gun, the running back looking for room. At the 45, on his way. He's loose on the left. Touchdown, Longhorn! Once he got some room, it was over.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looking for blockers. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Houston offense comes onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Cougars come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Plucks it out of the air. Oh, he's got some space. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Houston will be forced to punt. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Fires to the big fella. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Longhorns come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Finds his big tight end. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looking downfield on first down. Got the quick pass. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Still up by 8 after the miss. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Just about set to start the second half. Houston will kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that run. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete in the middle. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to pass on second down. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They'll throw on third and short. Flushed out of the pocket. Throwing on the run. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Longhorns will punt this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. What a terrible, terrible shank. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Here comes the Houston offense once again. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Safe completion on the screen. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Cougars headed quickly to the line. He'll do it himself. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Out of the gun to give to the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to him on the ground. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Quick release by the QB. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Makes the grab. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. Time to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
They'll run play action. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, man, another incompletion. Three in a row. And the Longhorns decide to punt it away.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the 1st down. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job of ball security.
Houston will be forced to punt. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Hauls it in and looking upfield. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. On the ground, it's Bueno. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking downfield, it's McLeod. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. And they'll move the chains with the 1st down. That might be it for the 3rd quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So 1st down will open up the final period. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And wings it incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's got him. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive.
Turning it on. Touchdown, Texas. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. Extra point splits the uprights and the lead balloons to 15. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. It's complete to the left. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking for space. It's Bueno. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give and tick, 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 tick. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Longhorn! And the stomping has commenced. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Salt into your wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Houston offense comes onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Houston wants to play fast.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. So let's see if they can make up for that loss on 2nd down from the 18. Under fire. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pocket breaking down.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take...
Intercepted. The defense has set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. This offense has it with really good field position. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you just